The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy. Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That is caught by Mims. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up. Fields on third down. This to Hines on the drop-off. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They snap it to Fields. And Marshall's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Here we go. Here we go. Throwing again is Fields. Over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Fields. Flushed out right. Caught by Marshall. He's got it for a Bills touchdown. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Oh, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. One for Mike. Watch one. Watch one. In your face.
On play action, Fields. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Off play action, Fields. Forced out to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the 50, here's Fields. Throwing deep for Galladay. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Yeah, Charles, you talk about this offense in this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now slows down your momentum. This is a big deal. And
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Touchdown, Bills! Terrace Marshall with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together...
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Ioannidis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Play action. It's Fields. Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Fields throwing again. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's like fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Allen's throw is complete. Stiff-armed him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Extra point safely through, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Dolphins 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 42. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Breida, he'll try the right side, and he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To the air, Allen. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Touchdown! Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Able to connect with Mims. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change it.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? unfortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain there for the Bills. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Back to throw, Fields. In trouble, and he's taken down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jerry Jeudy, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 21.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. The Lions have scored again, widening their lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Allen. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. On the handoff, this is Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Allen going to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a first down throw, Fields. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Rodgers. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Fields on third down. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Finding some room at midfield, and he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So Allen's going to look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From midfield, here's Allen. Going deep this time for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Got a man, it's Landry for the Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Miami, the victory